Okay, the Turbo Flip Thomas. This is a very different sort of Thomas toy, and this is a bit of a flipped around review for me as well. This could be one of the most successful and exciting Thomas & Friends toys in the world, but it's got a pretty high price. There's one thing I can assure you, I tested this Thomas completely. I tried to make it break, and maybe if you watch this review, you'll find out whether he died or survived. Let's do it. Well, before we do a stunt, Thomas, and take you out to the outside world, I want to show the projecting track before maybe this toy gets destroyed. There's a projecting track. Whoa! Oh! I think I can get him out of that. Whoa! Go, Thomas, go! Very dynamic Thomas! Whoa!
Dad, we've found twins.
Yeah, train on train. So you want to give Thomas a spin?
Yeah.
We've got some nice, soft ground for him to play on. Okay, I think the trick to getting Thomas to go, press his number 1.
Wheels up!
Okay, go, Thomas, go!
Ooh, that was close.
I think he needs a helping hand when he's in that situation. Do a wheelie towards me.
Flipping through.
Other button for wheelie. Now, what would have been nicer if these were more clearer? That's the flip over one, that's the wheelie. My son's getting mixed up of which one does which. That's the one I want to see. I want to see the wheelie this side. Press the number 1 on the side, then wheelie.
Okay.
Go wheelie.
Wheels up. Ooh, that was close.
Go, Thomas, go.
Wheels up. Whoa! Wheels up!
Well, this Thomas works best when you're literally on top of it with the remote.
Wheels up!
And a wheelie there, onto bricks. Forward again, pressing the button. Come on, go, Thomas, go. 360 action. Okay. One of them backflips.
Flipping through.
And he's on his side.
This isn't part of the routine. A little help, please.
Here's some stunt work, Thomas. Whoa! That's what I call stunts. Okay, stunt, Thomas. That was fun, let's do it again.
Green signal. I'm the number 1.
Don't go to sleep, more stunts, Thomas.
Come on, friend.
Whoa.
Okay, Thomas, go.
Let's do an even bigger stunt.
He still wants to go, he's a tough nut. How about a wheelie slide, Thomas? I see Thomas going up this slide. Whoa, you can't do it. I bet you can do a backflip there.
Express flipping through.
Oh, the big blue slide. Go, Thomas, go. Whoa, he's tough. And he's still going. Let's do some crazy flip thing. And a wheelie. Press the wheelie button. A bit slow to react. but he gets there. Whoa! Did you know that Thomas can do rock climbing? Well, not sort of rock climbing, more like rock falling.
He loves rock climbing.
Whoa!
This isn't part of the routine.
Well, it is part of the routine when you come and play with us. Ah, the ultimate toy punishment, the stairs. Oh, survives, and he can still go.
Green signal. Let's go. Flipping through! Thank you, friend.
Thomas race? Okay, who's faster, you or Thomas? Thomas looks like he's faster, oh no! Okay, I think you've proved your point there. Thomas is left all by himself. He seems to be stuck in the grass here. Come on, Thomas, you can get out of there. Do a flip or something, that'll get you out of trouble.
Reboot the rails. I'm ready to go.
I've given this Thomas an absolute punishment. The thing I don't like about it is this remote. You've got to be really close to this Thomas to make it work. Mind you, the instructions spoke about that. I would have preferred if you could get away from it and be looking at it from a distance when it does its stunts. But hey, that's me looking at it as an adult. Getting a bit scratched up and dinged up, but I tell you what, it's not broken. It's done very well, and there'd be a lot of the stunts that it did that would never make it to this video because it was bad camera work by me. Very robust little Thomas would want to be for the price. Okay, we've given this Thomas a really big run at the park. What's the bit you like? Give Thomas a feed. He needs a feed after what he's been through here. What's the bit you like the most about this Thomas?
He can do the backflips
Yes.
and
And he survived. I think it's the best thing to say.
he survived.
Yeah, we gave this
he goes
toy.
really fast.
He does go very fast. The
He
thing,
goes faster than the Hot Wheel.
yeah, the thing we had trouble with was the remote control, wasn't it? He didn't want to do the things that we always told him to do. And he's having another feed there. It's sad. If the remote control was much better, I would really, this potentially be like a toy of the year thing with me. Sadly, the remote control really lets it down. And we'll probably move to the unboxing of this video because I've done this one all backwards and he's still having a feed. I actually had a lot of fun. Making this video. I should do weird ones like this more often. Well, I'm being a bit backwards here. I'm doing the unboxing of this toy right up the end of the video. We would have played with it by this time and we probably would have realised it's either the best Thomas toy ever or the worst. You can tell me that. I'm sure my son's going to tell me. But there was one peculiar aspect about this toy that I noticed in store. Can you see it by looking at it right there on the table? Is it poking out to you? What's going on? So I might have you stumped here. It stood out to me in store, but then again, I do look at a lot of toys. I look at them fairly critically. I do reviews and not ads. Maybe it's the try me aspect to this toy, but it's not what I really noticed in store. Let's try the try me aspect.
What? Who's there? Wheels up! Let's roll!
Oh, let's roll.
I
Okay.
bet you never saw a train do this before.
And it also shows the projection area here of the track that this very clever Thomas does. But the try me aspect is nice, but there's still something about this box that stood out to me in Toys R Us when I purchased this Thomas. Well, I'll be honest here, when I looked at this toy in store, the thing that jumped out to me was the fact that, well, the toy is basically adult hand size. That Thomas there comes with a remote, but the box here has a fair bit of box bloat stripped in down the bottom here. Let's take a look inside this area here. The back of the box is a picture like that of amazing wonderment of toys, and underneath here is a giant piece of void. Oh, the instructions are here as well. That's an important thing to take a look at. Oh boy, that is an extensive bit of box bloating, a great big void underneath that turbo flip Thomas, but we can turn that void into our advantage. We could actually pack that with more presents if you're very clever and want to impress your little children. So when they get this Thomas for Christmas, they could also get some extra booty hidden away underneath. So that's alright. I've got 2 treasure Thomases hidden away in there. I think I can actually pack in something extra to really boost up the excitement and overload this Thomas toy. I think I can squeeze that gold Thomas there into the extra bit of void area there. Let's see if I can seal this back up. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh, just coming in and closing up this box properly here. You're probably thinking you've gone totally madly here, but let's turn box bloat into our advantage. There we are. You can seal that box up totally. Look at that. And just to prove to you that I'm not playing tricks and doing magic on you, there is the gold Thomas in there. Ta-da! Upside down as he is. And the 2 treasure Thomases, which are absolutely stunning. 1, 2, inside that giant void of box bloat. Well, I want to play this Thomas even though this is being sent at the end of the video. I'm curious about this one, considering its cost. Also get the remote control out. There's also another void behind this, but I think I've made my point about box bloat in this video. That's a hard one to get out. Okay, there's a turbo flip Thomas finally out of its box, and behind it, like a Goliath, is the toy boxing. I feel it's very prudent for me to show you the receipt. I bought this at Toys R Us. I'm known there as Leo Kim. It was a $99.99 toy. That's $100 in Australia. It's most probably a $40 or $50 toy in the USA. Australia has some of the highest toy pricing that you will see around the world. Also on the receipt there you can see I bought one of the beautiful die-cast collector's Thomas, the $79.99, basically $80, and that one there is our turbo flip Thomas. And the total for this Toys R Us shopping spree was there, $667.81, and at Toys R Us they know me as the guy who comes in and buys all the Thomas toys. Well, I'll take this toy for a bit of a tour of the round. It is a very, very dark blue metallic fleck in the plastic. It's all tilted back. If you can see, nothing's vertical, it's all tilted that way. Makes him look like he's going faster. As a very different looking Thomas toy, it gets a lot of marks. It's going to stand out in my Thomas collection a lot. There's a lot of differences going on with this Thomas toy here. Let's take a look at the face next. Well, the face on this Thomas toy is very different. It's very strange because it's got 2 faces in a sense. So I drew a line down the middle. We've got this style of face on this side, and on the other side we've got something which is more like the naughty face. If I did some Photoshop tricks, maybe I could put 2 of the normal side together, and then maybe 2 of the naughty side together. Maybe that works, maybe that doesn't, maybe it was a total fail. But nevertheless, I think the face is very, very different to a lot of other Thomas toys that I've got. And that's the face you pull when you're talking like plankton. So quite a spectacular model, very interesting looking face. Let's check the whistles. The whistles are there, but they're not painted. Sadly, the buffers are not painted as well. It'd be so easy to put some black dots there, wouldn't it, boys and girls? And the running board is just red. If that was white, imagine this model if we had that dark blue, a beautiful splash of white there, the red, it would look like red, white and blue glory, wouldn't it? It would really, really lift this model up. Someone said to me, well, Fisher-Price don't do detail on their toys because these toys are aimed at younger children. I could actually bring in an example here. Here is a brand new Thomas toy. It's the die cast. It's beautiful. It's got the beautiful detail of that white running board, and that's what really lifts Thomas. Mind you, I think the whistles got neglected a bit. Fisher-Price down there. So people telling me that Fisher-Price toys don't do those details, well, I'm sorry. That argument has just been blown out of the water. But nevertheless, this is a very, very spectacular looking Thomas model, and it is spectacular because basically it's so different. Another detail that is sort of nice is the fact they've used part of the toy, which is part of its rolling over ability, as the steam effect out of Thomas's funnel. It looks great. That really does make this Thomas look different. But I think one very funny aspect was it came preloaded with Duracell batteries. I'm not doing an ad, this is what these toys came with. Okay, but they only did half the deal. Because if I look at the spectacular looking remote control here, well, it didn't have any batteries in it at all. So you sort of think, wow, if only it had batteries in both places, well, hey, maybe that would have been half useful. Just taking a look at the Duracell, which is in this 2014 licensed toy. This video has been made 2015, and the battery date on these is 2021, so I think that makes this a 2012 battery, because Duracell do that 10-year thing with their batteries. Looking under this Thomas toy, it's quite elaborate. There's traction tyres on the main driving wheels. The other wheels have got flanges like real train wheels. That's a nice little feature to see. There is this flip down aspect, which has got like a little toggle wheel there as well. But most importantly, you have to remove this tag here. And I think this is here because Thomas came pre-batteried up. Just hiding behind Thomas's front wheel here, there is a master on and off switch here. It's sort of well hidden. It's all black against black. The toy can be left on because it's got an automatic turn off feature. I've got the batteries into the remote control. 2 AAA batteries in this. Thomas had, what, 4 AA's in him. It's a very, very talkative, dynamic toy.
I'm the number 1 blue engine.
It's a very comical toy. It's got all these different phrases. I've just been getting a splattering of them. I think I need to be in darkness to get the projecting rails thing to work, but I'd like to show you another thing on the constructions that I think is an important read. You can play with that remote control just by pressing the number 1 on Thomas. There's a battery sleep mode. Again, to get him out of sleep mode, you press number 1 to wake him up. And this one down here that may play out in the way I play with Thomas here. For best performance, use a hard flat surface or low pile carpeting. We haven't got carpets in our place. We've got a lot of hard surfaces, so Thomas is in for a very rough ride. Now remember, this toy has got to impress the children who are onto the free apps and all that stuff on iPads and tablets and whatever else. Whoa! Whoa!
Wheels up!
Okay. Whoa! This thing is... okay, I think I can see how they're going to try and impress the children. This thing is radical. Okay, forward. Just jump straight off this, I'm sure. Whoa, stop for nothing, Thomas. Backwards. Doing a flip there, I hope.
I thought you'd never press those buttons.
Whoa, it talks a lot, doesn't it?
Out together, friend.
Whoa, Thomas! Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This thing is quite radical. Some country music from it. Oh, whoa, Thomas! This thing completely crazy. Whoa! Oh!
This isn't part of the routine. Please.
Whoa, Thomas, go! Well, sadly, I'm going to have to pull this video up here. It is getting too long. Google wants us to be all these short attention span producers these days. I'm not happy about that at all. There's a lot more to this toy to be seen than I shot. There's also a secret subroutine that you can trigger off. I've got an extensive file reel to show as well. Some of the slow motion footage I took is just amazing, and it's worth a standalone video. So keep an eye out for another video I'll do about this toy, which will show all the bits we didn't see in this video. I hope you understand this toy from seeing this review and make a decision about it, remembering it's not a cheap toy. Anyway, I better leave this video here. Thanks for watching as always, and bye for now.
Thank you, Sodor. Good night.
Whoa! Whoa!